Hey, it doesn't get much better than playoff football, unless, of course, it's Valley Rivalry playoff football. Tonight, Green Canyon comes to Skyview. That's where we are as these two teams tangle for the second time this year. Green Canyon and Skyview played a 21-7 ball game just a few weeks ago. Skyview coming out on top in that one, but Green Canyon holding the Bobcats to their lowest point total of the season in only giving up 21 points. Skyview scores 41 per game. Green Canyon, the number one defense scoring-wise in 4A, giving up just under 12 points per game. So will Green Canyon be able to hold the Bobcats offense down tonight and find enough offense to maybe come away with a win, steal a win here in Smithfield? Boy, it'd be a huge upset as Skyview comes into this as the top seed. Stick around. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is coming up next.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
I had a chance to talk with Skyview head coach Christopher Howell earlier this week about his team, about a 10-0 season, about Brevin Egbert, and about playing the Green Canyon Wolves again in it's just been a few weeks, and what kind of rivalry this is. He said, well, you know, one thing that's made our 10-0 season is the play of our offensive line. He said it's been outstanding. He said, we've got a running back that he's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Almost 2,000 yards, 9 straight 100-yard rushing games. And if he goes over 100 tonight, he goes over 2,000 yards for the season. He leads 4A in yards and touchdowns rushing. He's a heck of a ball player. But he also said, don't forget about our quarterback. Thatcher has grown into a really, really good QB. He makes great decisions. So with an offensive line that puts big holes up there in front of that running back and a good quarterback, the Bobcats are built for the playoffs.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. A Chamber of Commerce evening in Smithfield, Utah. The furthest north high school in the state of Utah is Skyview High School. They're the #1 seed in this year's 4A playoffs, and they host crosstown rival Green Canyon in the third round, the quarterfinals of the 4A State Football Championship Tournament. Hello everyone, I'm Eric Olson along with you tonight. Ahead of this game, it's the second meeting of these two teams. 21-7, Skyview prevailed the last time these two teams played. Lowest scoring output of the year for Skyview, they average 41 a game. Brevin Egbert, 104 yards on 20 carries and 2 touchdowns. Peyton Wilson for Green Canyon had 211 yards throwing, a touchdown and an interception. Bryton Williams, 7 catches for 60 yards for Skyview in that game. Dewey Egan had a big game for Green Canyon, 7 receptions, 107 yards. Green Canyon won the toss and they elected to defer, and they kick off, and a big opening near the 30-yard line. Skyview returns it up near the 40-yard line. It's Ramsey Vickers. Vickers all the way up to the 39, and that's where Skyview takes over. Carson Thatcher at the helm, 148 of 224, 66%, 2,115 yards, 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Only about 100 yards more passing than Egbert has rushing, and that's a pretty good passing season. Egbert with 90 yards today would go over 2,000 for the season. They go to the air. Do the Bobcats. Ballard taking the first toss from Thatcher. Pickup of 7. And the Bobcats look to the sideline. Ballard swaps sides. Williams to the top. Zamel in the inside receiver position on this near side, and Egbert in the backfield. Egbert stopped short of the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progression to the line, but that's not something you see very often. This Green Canyon defense is good. 11.9 points per game, tied with Crimson Cliffs for the top scoring defense in 4A. No gain on second down, brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Bobcats. Just underway here in Smithfield. Egbert in motion. Thatcher looking for somebody, just gonna have to throw it away. Now the first decision of the night for Skyview, are they gonna go for it? Any early going, or are they gonna punt it away? And it looks like the punt team is gonna come onto the field. Not something you see very often with Skyview, a 3 and out. 7 yards on first down, nothing on a run on second down, and then an incomplete pass. And Green Canyon set to receive the punt. Dewey Egan back at his own 10-yard line. See if Skyview indeed kicks it. It's a Green Canyon defense that's great. The offense struggled in the early going, but got on track later in the season and ended up averaging about 21 points per game. Well, I'll check that, 23.5, a little bit better than I was giving him credit for. Going against a Skyview defense that's number 5 in 4A in scoring. So the Skyview offense and defense in the top 5 in scoring. Skyview's offense at 41 points per game, still only 3rd in 4A. Peyton Wilson, 59% thrower, 1,350 yards, 12 touchdowns, but 11 interceptions. His first toss out to about the 20-yard line is good for about 5 yards. Schramm pulls it in before Vickers wallops him. We talk about those 11 interceptions for Wilson. Skyview's picked off 15 passes of their own. Wilson gives it off. First man through his Oates. He's got a first down. 7 yards for Eric Oates, their leading rusher, who comes into this game with 419 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, 4 1/4 per carry for Oates. So the Wolves picking up a first down on their first possession. And a new set for it. Wilson hands it off. Cutler. Not a big back by any means, but he picks up 6 yards. Oates, 419 yards coming into this season, or this game. Cutler, 417 yards on 5 more carries than Oates. So they use them both. Farron in the slot to the near side. He's a weapon. Instead, they hand it off to Cutler. Cutler stood up after a gain of a couple. That was Cutler.
Brings up 3rd and short.
2 carries, 8 yards. Third and 1. Stacked receivers on each side. Give to Oates. Oates hesitates. Pushes forward. He needed 1. He got 2. Another first down for Green Canyon.
Carried by number 28, Eric Oates.
You recall a game that we did a few weeks ago, Skyview at Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest came out of the chutes running some tempo offense and then running the ball. Lots of running. And it had Skyview on their heels for the whole first half and into the third quarter. Skyview made some adjustments and ended up winning that game by 13. But keeping the Skyview offense off the field is what most offenses are going to try to do. Oates with a blocker out in front of him. Slips by a tackler down the sideline. Oates looking for the house call. Touchdown. 61 yards on the little screen. And Green Canyon strikes first. Missed tackle. It's not something you see very often from this Skyview defense. But that missed tackle led to a touchdown run. And Green Canyon has their PAT blocked. The damage has been done, though. The Wolves are on the board, 6-0, with 7:35 to play in the first quarter. Wendy's of Cache Valley is a Game of the Week sponsor. They have been for quite some time. Have you joined the Wendy's Rewards program yet? The only thing better than eating Wendy's is earning more Wendy's while you eat. And that, friends, is what Wendy's Rewards is all about. Sign up today. Make eating at your favorite restaurant even better. Go online, find the Wendy's Logan website, and sign up for the Wendy's Rewards and get free Wendy's. Six plays, 85 yards for Green Canyon. I talked with Coach Howell about this Green Canyon offense, and he said, you know, we've watched the film. They have a lot of explosives. They have a lot of explosive plays as the kick goes out of the end zone. He said, I can't remember off the top of my head the actual number. He said, but they had somewhere between 35 and 45 explosive plays, meaning 20-plus yards or more on a play. He said, we've got to be able to limit that. I don't think people have understood that Green Canyon is capable. They talk all about the defense, but the offense with an explosive there, 66 yards, and Skyview comes out trailing 6-0, 7:35 to play in this first quarter. Fake the give. Take it to Williams. Williams pops it outside. Got a flag downfield. We're going to get a hold on the receiver. The flag's out of the 29-yard line. It'll move it back and make it 1st and 11. If they're going from spot of the fouls, it'd be back at the 18 or 19. It is a hold. Ballard was out front. I'm a lot further away than that official. Looked like he had the defender wrapped up pretty well, but must have got his hands outside of the frame and grabbed on. So that's going to move it back to the 18. It'll be 1st and 12. Give it to, that's not Egbert. So used to seeing Egbert, it's Phillips. Phillips picks up 7. Egbert's in there. Phillips getting a carry. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Good job of getting a bunch of that yardage back on the ground. 3 down linemen for Green Canyon. They walk up the linebacker on this near side. Egbert's out in the pattern. They're going to go to the edge, and the ball falls incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 4. You're looking for Guthrie. So Thatcher connected on his first pass. He's missed his last 2, and now it's 3rd down for the Bobcats. Bobcats, from what I was told, a great couple of weeks of practice between the end of the season and that playoff game last week where they just took Bear River apart. Bear River played them tough in a game we did here on the Valley Channel. A 1-point win for Skyview in that one. But Skyview took the Bears apart last week. 4-man rush. Thatcher gets rid of it, and it's dropped. Right at the sticks and right in the breadbasket is Zamel. And you can't place it much better than that. The only thing Thatcher could have done better is run out there and handed it to him. And it's 4th down, 4th and 4. So Skyview 3 and out on back-to-back possessions. They trail 6-0 with 6:43 to play in the first quarter, and they're getting ready to punt it away. Good kick. Egan steps forward to the 41-yard line, calls for a fair catch, and that's where Green Canyon takes over, leading 6-0. J.T. Tailiili, 8-3 in his first season as a head coach at Green Canyon. 2-3 in region play, the number 8 seed by the RPI rankings. Talked a lot about that defense. 25 quarterback sacks for that Green Canyon defense. That's a lot. But Skyview has 33. The Skyview defense knows how to get after a quarterback. Wilson's going to roll, looks underneath, has his man, and he's hauled down after a short gain. Actually, it ends up being 8 where they spot him, Stowbridge. 74 yards on 3 completions for Wilson, 3 for 3. 5 yards in the first one, 8 on this one, 66 on the little screen last time. They're going to throw a quick hitter, and that one is taken right off the ground by Schramm, and they say it's complete. Gain of 7. It's going to be 1st and 10, Green Canyon in Skyview territory. as the clock moves towards 6 minutes to play in the first quarter, and the shadows have covered the field here. The sun's gone down behind the West Mountains. It's in the 60s here today. Wilson stepping up. It's got a man downfield. One-handed grab. Pulled in for a touchdown. 45 yards. Dewey Egan.
Wilson's pass is complete to number 2, Dewey Egan, for a Green Canyon touchdown.
And they're shocked here at Skyview.
Going to kick the ball out for number 24, Sam Butterflies.
Wilson let that go. I'm watching it thinking, oh, there's no way. And Egan turned on the Jets, grabbed it with one hand and pulled it in. Best catch I've seen all season. One of the best catches I've ever seen. I've been doing this for 3 decades. Wilson and the Green Canyon Wolves are going to go for 2, leading 12-0. Oates goes in motion. Wilson over the middle. Ball popped up and incomplete. So Skyview keeps him off the board on the PAT, but the Wolves now lead by 2 scores, 12-0, with 5:47 to play in the first quarter. Aspen Dental of Cache Valley. They're all about comfort. Yeah, your comfort. If you need general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental implants, orthodontics for you or anyone else in your family, they can do all this and more. Go see Aspen Dental. Give them a call or go head to their website and see what they can do for you. They'll make you comfortable and make going to the dentist not such a scary thing. Aspen Dental. Well, they're shocked here at Skyview, and I'm one of those that are shocked. If you would have told me one of these teams had scored twice in the first 7 minutes, I would have thought it was the Bobcats as they run a reverse on the kickoff. But no, it's been Green Canyon going big. A 66-yard touchdown pass and a 45-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Wilson, who's at 126 yards. He's 5 for 5, 126, and 2 touchdowns. Still 5:40 to play in the first quarter. And that's one thing that Skyview can hang their hats on. Oh, there's a lot of football game left to play. They just need to calm down and get back to doing what they do. Only 1 carry for Egbert, the state's leading rusher. They fake it to him over the middle. Zamel for 14 on the quick hitter.
Taken down by number 6, Tanner Fairmont. And there's our first.
He lost or dropped one earlier. That one was a laser, and he caught it, brought it in, and ran for the first down. Only 2 running attempts for a team that runs the ball. Egbert, over 200 carries coming into this season. They're going downfield, and they've got their man. It's Ballard. 20 yards. Egan took him down. 2 catches, 27 yards for Ballard. You mentioned Egbert and all his carries, 241. Now they turn and hand it to Egbert. Egbert hit right at the line of scrimmage, leans forward for a couple. And you can see why maybe Skyview would come out and throw it around a little bit, because you know Green Canyon is a very good defense, and they're going to be loaded up for the run in Egbert. And so they come out tossing it around, seeing if they can open up the run by passing the ball. Everybody talks about setting up the pass with the run. Well, you can set up the run with the pass. 2nd and 8. Egbert the lone setback. Fake the give. A lot of time for Thatcher. Now it runs out. Crossing pattern downfield at the 30-yard line. An 11-yard gain to Guthrie.
24, Liam Guthrie. Taken down by number 2, Judy Egan.
Now things starting to click for the Skyview offense.
Another Bobcat.
Thatcher completes 66% of his passes. We mentioned 17 touchdowns against only 5 interceptions. This Green Canyon defense, 22 interceptions. 1st and 10, give it to Egbert. Flag thrown as Egbert tries to bounce it outside. See if somebody was lined up offside for Green Canyon or if somebody moved early for the Bobcats. Somebody moved early for the Bobcats. Brighton Williams are talking to him and he's saying, wait, what? 2nd penalty of the game, both on Skyview. And it backs them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. 3:40 to play and a 12-0 first quarter. Green Canyon on top of Skyview early. Green Canyon scored 12 points last week. And that was enough with the defensive show that they put on to advance. Skyview playing their 2nd region foe. They played 2 playoff games. They've played 2 region teams. Pressure looks like it might be coming off the edge against Thatcher. It is. They pick it up. Thatcher across the middle, right into the window. Picks up 14. Guthrie. Be 2nd and 1. So the Bobcats trying to get on the board. Green Canyon has been unsuccessful on both of their PAT tries. The first one was blocked. The kick was blocked. They went for 2 on the second one to try to make it a 14-0 game. They were unsuccessful on that. So that could play into tonight's game in a big way. Skyview taking plenty of time. 2:20 on the clock. Handed off to Egbert. Egbert had a hole that closed in a hurry, but he's got a 1st down.
Carried by number 12, Brevin Egbert. Taken down by number 11, Carter Stenbridge.
Ball's going to be right at the 20-yard line. New set of downs for the Bobcats. As now they've settled into somewhat of a rhythm after 3 and out their first 2 possessions. The Bobcats are taking plenty of time. 3 receivers to this near side. Thatcher underneath to Egbert. Egbert spins, makes a man miss inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line, a gain of 7.
89 on the play, taken down by number 11, Carter Stenbridge.
First completion, or excuse me, first catch of the game for Egbert. 7 of 9 for Thatcher. After he started the game 0 for 2, he's hit his last, he's 1 of 3, pardon me. He's hit his last 6. The game clock slips under a minute to play in this first quarter. 12-0 Green Canyon. Egbert in the backfield with Thatcher. Fake the give. Throw it out to the edge. Williams racing toward the 1st down marker. He looks like he got there. It was 2nd and 3. He picks up 4. It's going to be 1st and goal. Williams with his first grab of the evening. Took their time moving the chains. They will be 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line. 15 seconds on the game clock. See if Skyview runs another play. They're going to. Pulling a guard, and now a flag thrown, and somebody's in motion for Skyview again. And that's going to back them up to the 15. First and goal from the 15. 11.2 seconds to play in the quarter. And now Skyview might just let the quarter run out. I can see Coach Howell on the sideline kind of shaking his head. They're going to let the quarter run out and have a little bit of chat about holding still. 12-0. Skyview trails Green Canyon as we head to the second quarter. The logo shop, their motto, logo, tagline is we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff, and that is the truth. Hats, shirts, mugs, frisbees, blankets, electronic items, backpacks. Yeah, they logo all of them. You want a logo on your phone case? They do it. If you have giveaway items or you have some family items that you want some logo on, take it to the logo shop. They'll take care of it. The logo shop, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, we head to the second quarter with Skyview in a goal-to-go situation, but Green Canyon leading 12-0. The Bobcats with only 11 yards rushing in the first quarter, but 77 through the air, 88 total yards. For Green Canyon, they had 17 yards on the ground, 126 through the air. So 143 yards for Green Canyon. Two huge plays. Fake the give, throw it out to Williams, who's already on the run. Fakes inside, pops outside, picks up about 3. Second down.
Taken down by number 27, Calvin Wallace. Need a 3 on the play. That'll bring a second goal from the 12-yard line.
They had a goal to go right at the 10. On first down, they had an illegal motion or procedure penalty, pardon me, and backed him up to the 15. So goal to goal from the 15. On first down, they pick up 3, and now it's second and goal just inside the 12. Thatcher throws a little screen out to Egbert. He drops it. Skyview's thinking about this Green Canyon defense. They're trying to get guys out in space. They've done a pretty good job getting receivers in space. But that's a second drop for Skyview receivers. They're doing just a lot of little short stuff and then trying to make them make a play. Trying to negate any pass rush, but that's like a 3-5-3 look on that defense. That's a tough one. Thatcher throws underneath. Egbert's got a lot of room in front of him. Stops, goes down to the 7, excuse me. It's only 5 yards. He had a lot of room in front of him, and he slowed down thinking about a move. I'm sure he looks at the film. He might think, oh, I should have just put it in gear, because he is fast. And I think they're going to go for it on fourth and goal from the 6. They may take a timeout, talk this over. Fourth and goal from the 6, trailing 12-0 to Green Canyon. But after 2 3 and outs, Skyview has driven the ball down here to the 6-yard line, more like the 7. Now that I can see where they place the ball. So now they want to decide, do they want to just try to get some points with a kick, or what do they want to do? Skyview, Green Canyon, and Ridgeline all still alive from Region 11. Ridgeline taking on Payson tonight. Payson scored 20 points in the fourth quarter to come back and beat Provo, the number 3 seed, at Provo, in what's been the biggest upset of the playoffs thus far. Skyview keeps their offense out there. They're going to go for it. 4th and 7 4th and goal. Thatcher across the middle. Touchdown! Guthrie with the grab. DeQuadros on for the PAT. It's up and it's good. The Bobcats are in the game. 12-7. Green Canyon leads. They'll have the ball when we come back. The Factory Pizzeria is a Game of the Week sponsor. They have pizza like no other. Go in and try it at the Factory Pizzeria. It's all about the crust, right? They've got that awesome crust. I can't even describe it with the great toppings on it. They have $5 Wednesdays as well. So the Factory Pizzeria, they're open late. Check them out. The Factory Pizzeria, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, the Bobcats answer the bell. And with 10:32 to play in the first half, they cut the Green Canyon lead down to 5. And just a little knuckler down to the 20. They turn and hand it to Dewey Egan, who returns it up near the 35, about the 33, 34 yard line. And that's where Green Canyon takes over, leading 12-7. Green Canyon with big plays to take the lead, a 66-yard little screen that was about 2 yards in the air, and the rest of it done by the feet of Oates. It ended up being 61 yards, pardon me, and then 45 yards, Wilson to Egan. That was a long pass downfield and a great catch. Here's a little swing out to the edge. Making people miss and picking up yardage clear out to midfield is Stembridge. 17 yards. Wilson is still perfect on the evening. 6 for 6, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ball spotted right at the 50-yard line. Now they're going to run the other way. It's just about picked off. Was that a backwards pass? Skyview gets on it. And now they're going to have to decide if it's a backwards pass or not. Taylor Lindley just about took it out of the air. This is going to be Skyview ball. I think the key there was the receiver had to reach back behind him. Lindley came out there and just about took it right away from him out of the air, so it wasn't out in front of the receiver, it was behind him. And they decide it's a backwards pass, which means that's a fumble, and Skyview with the first break of the ball game. Trailing by 5, they've got the ball at the Green Canyon 46 with 10:13 to play in the first half. Thatcher fakes the give. Looking across the middle, he's got Williams, defender fell down. Williams to the end zone. Touchdown. "46 yards.
He stepped out of bounds.
Oh no, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Let's see. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 15. So 33 yards. $30 yards. Williams was juking and jiving defenders that weren't there because they fell down to the end zone. Nothing doing. Defender went down. He wanted an OPI. So they were looking for Guthrie, but it was over everybody's head. Man, I would like to see that score again because Williams did a little juke out in the middle of the field around the 20 because he thought a defender was there, but they weren't because they fell down, and he looked like he was pretty clearly in bounds going down the sideline. Again, guys in the stripes are a lot closer than I am. Thatcher runs a little swing, and it's dropped. Phillips. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. (12 of 16, 122 yards. And a touchdown for Thatcher. 9:57 to play in the half. 12-7 Green Canyon. Fake the give. Thatcher in trouble. Off his back foot. Man wide open. Williams, did he keep his feet in? Yes! Had to have been a busted coverage because Williams was running along the back of the end zone all by himself. 15 yards and a touchdown. Now what's going on? Skyview, because of this score, maybe looking to go for it on the 2-point PAT. It's 13-12. They get 2 points here. They go up by a field goal. Gonna have to hurry. They may need to take a timeout because they're all sorts of discombobulated. And Coach Howell takes the timeout. And he's none too happy about it.
Timeout's called by Skyview.
And see what the call was there. They're looking for that 2-point PAT to go up by a field goal. As they lead now after that score, 13-12. Green Canyon scores 2 unanswered touchdowns to go up 12-0. Now Skyview's come back with 2 unanswered of their own to take the lead. In other scores, Ridgeline leads Payson 14-6. Park City leads Timpanogos 7-0. Crimson Cliffs 13-0 over Desert Hills. All those games start at the same time as this one. The winner of this game plays the Timpanogos Park City winner. Williams is open. Williams is in. PAT is good. And Skyview, once down by 12, is suddenly up by 3. 15-12. Skyview leading Green Canyon. 9:51 to play in the half. KSM Music is a sponsor of the game of the week. Music is all they do at KSM. They don't sell toys or clothes or groceries. Well, I mean, they might sell some cool t-shirts with your favorite band on them. But music is all that they do. KSM means music. It's in the name. KSM Music, a game of the week sponsor. 15-12 with 9:51 to play in the half. Skyview comes roaring back after the Green Canyon turnover. The Bobcats knew what to do with it. This one's going to be picked up at the 1 by Egan. Egan hustling it for the near sideline. Turned around and then taken down at about the 22. He looked like he thought that might go into the end zone. He was going to let it go, and then it just kind of bounced around at the 1. He picked it up, took off. Basketball will be getting underway in a few weeks, believe it or don't. Our first scheduled Valley Channel game, the 21st of November. Yeah, I think that's a Tuesday. I think that's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So that'll be getting underway in the next little bit. These football playoffs will head down to Rice-Eccles Stadium. So then we bow out when it gets down there because of broadcast rights. Nothing for Oates as he's walloped. In fact, he loses a couple. Both of these teams doing it in the air so far in this game, which is strange for Skyview. They've got a running back that's had 9 straight 100-yard games, 240 carries, 24 a year, and there's another near sack. As Skyview now turning up the heat on Wilson. It's 3rd down as his pass goes incomplete. His first incompletion. That turnover was, they ruled it a fumble, so not an incompletion. And that's his first one. Yeah, going back to Skyview and Egbert, 24 carries a game for Egbert. He's only carried it a couple of times here in this ball game. As Skyview's game plan has been to toss the pill around. 3rd down and 12. Now that Skyview defense has pinned their ears back. Little bit of a game going up front as they run the little cross, looking for Farron downfield, and the ball falls incomplete, just short of Farron. And Green Canyon will have to punt. We talk about Lady Mo, momentum. She had herself a nice little seat over there on the Green Canyon sideline. Then she wandered over here and found a cushiony seat on the Skyview side. And that's where she is right now, the Skyview, with all of the momentum. I look down at the Skyview sideline. Brevin Egbert's right down in front of us, riding the bike, getting warmed up. Now that they have the lead, we'll see if we see him a little bit more. High snap and a punt off the side of his foot by Farron as he was under pressure. He had to just get rid of it. This one may not have gotten past the 20. They're still walking. It's at the 21. Everything coming up roses early for Green Canyon. Now the wheels are coming off. Skyview takes over, leading 15-12 with the ball at the Green Canyon 21-yard line, 8:53 to play in the half. Thatcher turns and hands it off. Gain of 5 for Phillips. Egbert's not out there. He was riding the bike the whole time the defense was on the field. I mean, this may bear watching. He's wearing a sleeve on his one knee. They hand it off to Phillips again, and he runs into a wall. No gain. In fact, he may have lost a yard. I'm looking for Egbert now. Phillips stays in there. There's something going on with Egbert. You just wonder if maybe he's got a little ding or something, because there's no way you'd keep him on the sideline. Almost 2,000 yards. That's a big development. We'll keep an eye on it. Thatcher in trouble, steps out of it, has running room, spins down near the first down marker. He may have it. He needed 6. They're still looking at it. I think they're going to measure it. That's his first run of the evening.
First down. They'll check the measure.
(15-12), 7:33 to play in the first half. Skyview leads Green Canyon. Green Canyon jumped out to a 12-0 lead if you're just joining us. Then Skyview drove and scored. They got a turnover, put it in the end zone, and now after a short punt off the side of the punter's foot, Farron's foot, they're in business again. And there's Egbert. I see him on the sideline. That's going to be about 5 chain links short of a first down. Egbert's in the huddle on the sideline, but he's out on the edge of the huddle. Let's see if he goes in with the offense. He's coming back the sideline. He's moving. He looks like he's moving fine. Clock runs with 7.5 to play in this first half. Skyview 4th and less than a yard. Phillips has it. Phillips has 6 points, that is. Skyview, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns in the last little bit since they started their going 3 and out on their first 2. That's the first touchdown run of the night, and it wasn't Brevin Egbert, the state's leader. He leads all categories in the state. He's got 29 touchdowns. That was Phillips on 4th and less than a foot. PAT is good. 22-12, a 10-point lead for Skyview with 7:18 to play in the first half. With so many great food options in Cache Valley, isn't it fun to go somewhere where you can do it how you want to do it? Someplace like Who Hot. How do you Who Hot? You like lots of meat? Are you vegetarian? Maybe you want no gluten. Maybe you're on a low-carb diet. The thing about Who Hot is you get to decide how to Who Hot. Who Hot, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, I talked about it all during that possession, how Brevin Egbert was not on the field at all. He's on the sideline and looks okay, but they didn't need him as Phillips did the running and put it in the end zone on 4th down and less than a yard. His offensive line opened up a big hole for him, and he took the little jaunt into the end zone. Now Green Canyon suddenly finding themselves down 2 scores. And they've given up more points than they gave up in the first meeting between the two. I'm watching Egbert on the sideline. He's got a sleeve on his left knee, and he's walking up and down, and he's really stretching that knee out. So he may have a little bit of a ding there, and he's talking to all of his teammates and encouraging them. Here's a run by Cutler. Cutler's into the secondary, out to midfield and beyond. 16 yards for Cutler. If Egbert can't go, that'll bring his streak of 100-yard games to an end. Maybe last week was the 10th. I can't remember if it was the 9th or the 10th. And I don't have that one jotted down here. Give it to Cutler again. Cutler right up the middle. He picks up 5. As Green Canyon trying to settle things down a little bit. 4 carries, 29 yards for Cutler, as he and Oates have been interchangeable all season. Not a big back. He's listed at 5'7". Runs low and hard. Here's Oates back into the ball game as Green Canyon taking their time now with 6 minutes to play in the first half, trailing 22-12. Press coverage on the near side. 4 down linemen for Skyview. Here comes the linebacker. Throw it quick to the edge to Oates. Oates picks up a block. He's got the first down and more. Steps out of bounds down near the 30-yard line. Ends up being a 14-yard pitch and catch. Two catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown for Oates. Farron in motion. Give it. That looks like Cutler. Not much there. Pick up a couple. No, that was Oates. Pick up of a yard. 4 carries, 8 yards for Oates. 37 yards rushing for Green Canyon. Skyview with 32. This game's being played in the air. 2 receivers to each side. Here comes some pressure from Skyview. Wilson gets rid of it in a hurry. Did that get there? Oh, that looked like it didn't get there. He had a good look at it here. That looked like that was trapped. That is a pickup of about 3. That'll be 3rd and 5. The official was screened out. He couldn't see. Third down for Green Canyon. They're 0 for on 3rd downs. 3rd and a long 5. Quickly across the middle. Ball knocked up into the air by the Skyview defensive line. And it'll be 4th down. You'd think Green Canyon would probably go for it at this spot. They're at the 25-yard line. So that would make it about a 42-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It's a nice night, no wind. And they're going to go for it. 4th and a long 5. Green Canyon's going to take a timeout. Well, the Wolves in a precarious spot right now. It's 4th and 5. They trail by 10. There's 4:26 to play in the half. Green Canyon will get the ball to start the second half. But Skyview offensively, after a slow start, has it rolling. The one big development here is the state's leading rusher. He leads the state in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. Brevin Egbert did not play in the last offensive series. He's got a sleeve on his knee, which he had the whole game, but he's been walking around on the sidelines kind of like he's favoring that left knee a little bit. That could be a huge development, not just for tonight, but in the future. Egbert's on the bike on the sideline. 4th down. Wilson Long time. Gets rid of it. Touchdown! There's a flag back at about the 20-something yard line. Let's see what the call is. It was Egan. 25 yards and a score on 4th down and 5. Let's see what the penalty is. Touchdown's good. Pass interference on the defense. Another explosive by the Green Canyon offense. That's 3 touchdowns for Wilson, 2 touchdowns for Egan, and Wilson took a shot. He stood back there forever, and the Skyview rush couldn't get to him. The Skyview rush that's generated 33 sacks this season. So now, they're going to kick it. You say now you may want to think about going for 2, but they are going to kick it. PAT gets you within 3. So you have more to gain by the PAT being 1. And now what?
Timeout,
Green Canyon wants timeout. So maybe they're thinking about it. So if you're Green Canyon, you go for 2. You make it 22-20. A field goal gives you the lead. If you don't get it, now you need a touchdown, and then you can't tie it. Interesting first half here in Smithfield. Plenty of action as Green Canyon, heralded all season long for their defense, has offensively made big plays. 61-yard touchdown pass, a 45-yard touchdown pass, and a 25-yard touchdown pass. That 61-yarder was only a few yards in the air, and most of it was yards after the catch. But still, they're all explosives. PAT coming up to make it a 3-point ball game. Skyview blocked the first one. They don't get to that one. 22-19. Skyview leads Green Canyon with 4:19 to play in the first half. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Are you a DIYer? Well, if you are, then let Custom Fence help you. They'll supply good advice and the right materials to help you DIY it right. They've got all sorts of experience, every size of job, from small residential to the huge commercial. Custom Fence, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, we've had an exciting one here at Skyview tonight. 22-19. We're still in the first half. Green Canyon trailing Skyview. The winner will go on to play the winner of the Timpanogos Park City game. Last score we had in that one, it was 14-0 Park City. Ridgeline leading Payson 21-6. They'll take on the winner of Crimson Cliffs and Desert Hills. Crimson Cliffs leading that one 20-0. This goes to the back of the end zone. And Skyview takes over at the 20. Egbert, let's see. He was on the bike that entire time. He's not going to go into the ball game. So Brevin Egbert, the top rusher in the state, sidelined with some kind of ding. Looks like it might be a sore knee, the way, again, he's got that brace in that left knee, and that is the knee that he was favoring. He's getting around okay, so hopefully he's okay and he can recover if the Bobcats move on. But that's not a foregone conclusion either, because Green Canyon is bringing their A game. 2 yards for Phillips as he becomes the lead back tonight. 5 carries, 24 yards for Phillips. Green Canyon gets the ball to start the second half. Skyview, plenty of time, 3:50 to play in the half. as it starts to cool off here in Smithfield. Thatcher moves off his spot, looking for Williams. And Williams can't find it. 3rd down and 8.
First pass is incomplete. Intended for Wright Williams.
0 for 3 on 3rd downs for Skyview, but they're 2 for 2 on 4th down. Check that, 0 for 4. Thatcher, despite that last incompletions, 12 of 17, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They haven't attacked the middle of the field much. Overload to the left side for Green Canyon. Thatcher steps up, looks for Zamel. He one-hops it to him, and the Green Canyon defense forces a punt. Zommel 1 catch for 14 yards this evening. Jamison, the punter. Is that who it is? 83, yeah, he's getting more time than he's used to in a game. Pretty good kick. It's going to take a bounce and then head west. 3:22 to play in the half. Green Canyon trails by 3. They have the football in good field position. They'll be starting at their 42-yard line. This will be our last football broadcast of the season as the teams head to Rice-Eccles Stadiums for the semis and the finals. There's a possibility that Skyview and Ridgeline or Green Canyon and Ridgeline could end up in the finals, as these two teams here are on the opposite end of the bracket from Ridgeline. If that happened, I wonder if they'd be able to move it up here. A lot of football to be played before then. Oates gets the pitch. Take it down after a gain of 3 right up to the 45-yard line.
Carried by number 28, Eric Oates. Tackled by number 33, Herman Herman.
Oates has found it to be tough sledding tonight. 11 yards on 5 carries. About 185 yards in the first half through the air for Peyton Wilson and 3 touchdowns. Coach Howell told me before the game, I asked him, what's maybe the weak link on your team? He said, I would like to see some improvement in our defensive secondary. He said they've worked hard and they play hard, but they have some improvement that they still could do. Well, they've been torched here in this first half to the tune of 185 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And let's make some noise for this 3rd down attempt.
3rd and 6. Skyview's got 5 in the box. Check that, 6 up at the line of scrimmage. They look like they're going to come after Wilson, and Green Canyon wants a timeout. That should be their last timeout of the half. They may have one more. This is a big 3rd down. If they convert, if Green Canyon, he scored on their last possession after falling down by 10. If they can put points on the board here and then they get the ball to start the second half, they can make life a little bit uncomfortable for the Bobcats. Skyview's played a couple of tight games. They trailed Mountain Crest into the second half before pulling away and beating them by 13 points. Looked like they had the game in hand against Bear River, then Bear River came roaring back And they squeaked that one away, and they needed a missed PAT to beat Ridgeline. Blitz. Wilson gets out of it, has running room. Using his feet, he's got the first down and more. He's inside the 40-yard line of Skyview.
Peyton Wilson on the scramble. Enough for his Green Canyon first down. Tackled by
18 yards on 3rd and 6 for Wilson. His first run of the night. And the Green Canyon drive stays alive. Whistles blow, and Skyview's offsides. For Skyview, that's their 4th penalty of the night. Green Canyon has yet to be penalized. No flags tonight on Green Canyon. They are playing a clean game. In fact, that's 5 because they marched off the pass interference, which I thought was odd, on the kickoff against Skyview. I guess that's the rule. I thought it was either the play or the penalty on that Dewey Egan touchdown. First down, underneath. Looked like it might be Farron. He's near the yard marker. In fact, he's got the first down, a gain of 12.
Wilson's pass is complete. Tackled by number 8, Easton Ballard.
197 yards for Wilson here in this first half. Clock ticking towards a minute to play in the half. Wilson in trouble, spun down for the sack.
Wilson is sacked in the backfield by Taylor Lindley.
A loss of 6. Green Canyon out of timeouts. 40 seconds to play in the half. 2nd down and 16. Wilson on the move. Throws underneath. Ball knocked away by the defensive back. Good coverage out there by Cash Howell. It was Lindley that got the sack on the last play. Clock stops with 30 ticks. Wilson's only missed on 2 passes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of 12 for 197 yards. It's 3rd down. Third and 16 with 30 seconds to play in the half. 22-19 Skyview. Green Canyon hanging in there and threatening to either tie or take the lead before we go to the locker room. Big 3rd down. Wilson goes down. 33 sacks coming into the game, 3 in the first half for the Skyview defense, and that's a 9-yard loss. 4th down. Green Canyon's going to go for it. This will be the last play of the half. Wilson hit as he throws. That's not the last play of the half. It's incomplete, and there's time on the clock, and Wilson's helmet comes off, and he's slow to get up. That's Lindley again. Wilson got rocked. That's the 2nd time he's been hit and taken to the turf, and his helmet's come off, and you worry about him getting his brain scrambled a little bit. He's kind of limping as he walks off, but really you worry about a head injury. Helmets and pads are so much better than they used to be, but they still can't make them perfect. And Skyview's talking about intentional grounding, and I think they're going to call it. They do. Intentional grounding. That's a loss of down. That means it's going to be Skyview's ball. And Skyview will have one shot at the end zone. That's going to put it at the 45-yard line. Green Canyon's first penalty of the night. 1.9 seconds to play in the half, 22-19. Skyview leads Green Canyon. Green Canyon with 3 defensive backs lined up in a picket fence about the 25. See if Thatcher gets enough time to unload. Thatcher throws it into a crowd. It would have been short anyway. It's incomplete, and that's the end of the half. A wild one here in the first 24 minutes. Skyview 22, Green Canyon 19. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel.
Water is always described as being tranquil. Then you dive in and you're just moving through it and you're ripping through it, and it's not tranquil at all. All I want to do with my life is to be a United States Navy fighter pilot. I can just see myself whizzing through the air, fly high and fly fast. That's what I want to do.
She really feels the call to serve our country, and she is going to do it regardless of what that requires of her.
Nothing motivates me more than when someone tells me that I can't do something.
Becoming a fighter pilot is something people might not expect a woman to do, but she does it anyway, and she doesn't care.
I feel like I gotta stick it to him. I gotta prove him wrong.
That really makes her a role model for other girls.
That's another stereotype broken by Wells Johnson.
Wells is the person that has the most grit, the most determination, the one that won't give up, that is very relentless.
It's like Teddy Roosevelt said, nothing in this world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty. Everything that I do with school and with sport, it's all been working towards this one thing. It's how I can use my gifts and talents to serve the world. I know that this is God's path for me. The sky is kind of like water, where it's tranquil and peaceful. And then up in a plane, tearing through the sky. I can just picture myself flying. I can see that so vividly.
The game of the week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. An entertaining first half here in Smithfield as Skyview holds a slim lead over Green Canyon, 22-19, as we get ready for the second half. Eric Wilson along with you in this quarterfinal state playoff game, the 4A playoffs. One big development. Brevin Egbert, he's the state's leading rusher in yardage, and he's also the state's leading touchdown scorer in touchdowns scored rushing, and with 29, played sparingly in that first half. In fact, he only had 3 carries, and I wondered why at the time. Why are they not feeding him the ball? He had 240 carries coming into this game, 24 a game. Well, he's been on the sideline most of the first half. He's got a little bit of a sleeve or brace on his left knee, and he's been walking around favoring that knee. He's been on the bike a lot, but they haven't put him into the ball game. So I don't know if he got dinged early or if he just had something that's kind of acted up, but it'll be interesting to see if we see him at all the rest of the way. For the Bobcats, only 34 yards rushing, 137 yards through the air for 171 total yards. Phillips, in relief of Egbert, has 1 touchdown, 24 yards on 5 carries. Thatcher in the first half, 12 of 18, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns, a 15-yarder to Williams and a 7-yarder to Guthrie. That one was on 4th down. For Green Canyon, a big half for Peyton Wilson, who was slow to get up after a sack at the end of the first half. We'll have to keep an eye on his progress as well. 197 yards and 3 touchdowns on 12 completions for Peyton Wilson. Egan had 2 touchdowns, 70 yards on 2 catches. 78 yards, 3 catches, and a touchdown for Oates. Green Canyon, 34 yards on the ground, same as Skyview. 197, though, through the air, 231 total yards. Green Canyon will get the ball here to start the second half.
Brandon Kansas City to kick. Bobcats back to receive for Green Canyon, number 2, Dewey Egan.
Dewey Egan standing inside his own 5-yard line, waiting the second half kick. They one-hop it to him, and he returns up the far sidelines, got running room. Egan putting on the Jets, 1 man to beat. Touchdown, Green Canyon, on the opening kick of the second half. And the Wolves take the lead. And he went down that far sideline untouched and then turned on the Jets and ran right past the kicker, who looked like he had an angle. "96 yards for Egan. And Green Canyon leads by 3. Looks like they might go for 2. Let's see. No, they're going to kick it. They had to get the ball. They had to get the kicking ball. Everything happened so fast. That was 5 seconds. That was almost a 5-second 100-yard dash. Is that what you're telling me? When did that clock start? Kicks up. Kicks good. And just like that, the Wolves back on top. 26-22 over Skyview, the number 1 seed, in a dogfight at home. Hey, I got a quick question for you. Stop what you're doing. Listen to my question and answer. Where do you Old Grist Mill? Do you Old Grist Mill at work, on a hike, maybe skiing? How about at the lake? Well, maybe at the ball game. Well, wherever you go, you can Old Grist Mill with one of their great combo deals. They'll build you a custom sack lunch with a homemade sandwich, drink, and a treat on the go. That's at Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. In my conversation with Coach Howell from Skyview last night, I talked about Green Canyon and their offensive struggles. And he mentioned, listen, they've had a lot of explosive plays when you look at the film. He couldn't remember the number off the top of his head, but he said somewhere between 35 and 45 as Skyview now gets a turn on the kick return. This one returned out across the 30-yard line. That's where Skyview will take over now, trailing 26-22. Anyway, back to Coach Howell. He says somewhere between 35 and 45 explosive plays for Green Canyon are right there on film. You can see them. And so the thought that Green Canyon can't move the ball or is struggling, he said, I would disagree with that. And we've seen it tonight, explosive plays. Give to Phillips as he starts the second half for Skyview. Good hole for Phillips as he keeps churning forward, even with somebody holding on to the back of his jersey. And he picks up 7. Skyview has been masterful at halftime adjustments this season. Whenever a team has given them trouble, they go into the locker room and they come back out and they have the answer. We'll see what adjustments they make here in the second. 2 wide receivers, And they're going to give, and they're going to keep the ball on the ground. Here's Phillips. Close to the first down, and a ankle tackle away from being a touchdown. That was Carter Stembridge with the tackle. He ends up getting 4 and a first down. Phillips is averaging 5 yards a carry in relief of Egbert. Williams in motion across the pattern. They look to him, he's in the backfield, and he drops it. I don't know if there was going to be much there anyway. They're really trying to get to the edges with little passes like that. They haven't attacked the middle much against Green Canyon. They've really tried to keep it on the edges. 2nd and 10. 12 of 19 for Thatcher. Skyview looked like offensively they had their groove back. But then toward the end of the half, they kind of bogged down again. Thatcher down the sidelines, has his man. Big hit inside the 35-yard line, but a grab, and here comes a flag. As Guthrie really took a wallop. "26 yards. Personal foul. Guthrie with 58 yards on 4 catches now. So they're going to tack on 15 yards for Green Canyon, only their 2nd penalty of the evening. They call that targeting. I mean, I could see defenseless receiver. It didn't look like he hit him in the head, but he took a wallop, and they're really trying to take those out of the game for various reasons. And health is a pretty good reason. Such a tightrope they walk with that, not changing the game and taking it too far away from what it fundamentally is. 6 yards for Phillips on first down. Skyview trying to answer. The opening kickoff of the second half taken back for a touchdown by Dewey Egan to give Green Canyon a 26-22 lead. Skyview trying to respond now. Give it to Phillips. Phillips pushing toward that first down. He's a little bit thicker than Egbert. Egbert is deceptive. He doesn't look that big, and it is a first down for Phillips. He doesn't look that big when you're looking from further away. You get down there next to him, and he's got a pretty good base on him. And again, he's been out of this ball game. He's dinged. And I don't even see him on the sideline. The first half, he spent most of it on the stationary bike right down below us, but he's probably out there at the front by the coaches. Give it to Phillips, who stops, waits for a hole, and advances it a couple of yards. It's 1st and goal from the 8. That play was 1st and goal. Gained about a yard. Williams will be to the near side. Guthrie will join him. Guthrie's had a big game. Williams and Guthrie both each with a touchdown, and each over 50 yards receiving. Fake it to Phillips. Thatcher off his back foot. Ball way out of bounds. You know, the ball doesn't have to be catchable in high school. for a pass interference call. And Guthrie was being held. Did they throw the flag? The two officials are talking. There is a flag in the end zone. Pass interference on Skyview. My goodness. Must have happened before I looked, because when I looked down there, Guthrie was running toward the sideline, and the defensive back had a hold of his jersey and was stretching it out. You could see it clear from here. Well, maybe there was a push-off before that. That's a 15-yard penalty on Skyview. They're first of the second half. 5 penalties in the first half on Skyview. 2nd and goal from the 22. Three-man rush. Thatcher throws to Guthrie. He catches it at the 16, so it's only a gain of about 6. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 16. This Green Canyon defense, such good tacklers. Skyview averages 41 points a game. They're sitting at 22. 7.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Green Canyon looking like they might bring a linebacker. They do, off this near side. Thatcher gets pressure, throws underneath. Williams trying to make a man miss. It'll be 4th and goal from the 8.
Pass is complete to Brayton Williams. Flagging the play, roughing the passer on the Wolves.
You're down by 4. Touchdown gives you the lead. A field goal brings you down by 1. There's still a lot of time left in this ball game.
First and goal for the Bobcats. 4-yard line.
Is that a first down? Okay, he needed to get a first down. I didn't know they could get a first down. I thought they were already in a goal-to-go situation. That's what you get for thinking. 1st and goal. Phillips behind Thatcher. Give it off to 26. He's going to run into the end zone, running over guys. His own players, everybody. Doesn't matter. Flags everywhere coming in late after the celebration. One of the Bobcat players ended up on his back, and let's see who the penalty's on. But it's after the touchdown.
There's a flag in play.
4-yard touchdown run by Phillips. Wouldn't have mattered if it was 4th down. He got in the end zone anyway. 2nd TD tote of the night for Phillips. Flags came from everywhere, so something was going on in there. They still haven't given us the call. And there's plenty of chirping going on down there between these two teams. I asked Coach Howell about this rivalry. Now, he's a Logan kid. His dad coached at Logan. Stu Howell as a defensive coordinator for years under Perry Christensen. And so I talked about the rivalries in the valley. Skyview, Mountain Crest, Logan, Skyview, Logan, Mountain Crest. And I said, is this the biggest rivalry? He said, you know, what's turning into the biggest rivalry is Ridgeline, because both of them are really good and they're fighting each other for dominance in the region. He said that's really turned into quite the rivalry. Touchdown's good, is the official. Dead ball, personal foul on Skyview. Dead ball, personal foul on Green Canyon. They offset. Touchdown's good, and none of us will ever get the last 2 minutes of our life back.
Touchdown save.
The Quadros on for the PAT. and a chance to put Skyview back up by 3. Green Canyon's offsides. They're coming after it, looked like.
Offsides in the defense.
And are they going to advance it to the 1.5? If they did, would Skyview go for it? They're not looking like they're sending anybody else in. They're just going to advance it and kick it from 1.5 yards closer. In fact, I don't even think the Quadros moved 1.5 yards. Big PAT right here. It makes it a field goal game. The Quadros. Good. 29-26 as we seesaw back and forth in Smithfield. Skyview takes the lead over Green Canyon. We'll see how long that lasts. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology is a Game of the Week sponsor. Dr. Paul Daines is a board-certified audiologist, and choosing a hearing pro is a huge decision. Hearing aids, they're not prescribed like glasses, so proper hearing aid recommendations and fittings depend on the professional taking care of you. Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology should be the professional that you trust with your hearing. Go see Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, a Game of the Week sponsor. Skyview set to kick off. Last time they did, Dewey Egan was ringing the doorbell. This one, they're just going to kick short. And it's returned up to about the 39-yard line of Green Canyon, and that's where the Wolves will take over, now trailing 29-26. Crimson Cliffs leads Desert Hills 27-6. Park City leading Timpanogos 21-0. Ridgeline no problem with Payson 35-6. 4 teams will advance to Rice-Eccles Stadium next week. This one's still very much up in the air. The inside give to Oates. Oates into the secondary. Pops it outside. Skyview pursuing, but can't get him down until he picks up 13 yards. That one run was more yards than he had the entire first half. He rushed for 12 yards the first half. That one was 13. This is the first opportunity for Green Canyon's offense to be on the field this half with under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. They took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, and then it was Skyview returning, coming on and driving downfield. Here's the pitch out to Oates, just about taken right out of the air by Skyview. Just about only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Oates grabs it and rumbles for 7 more. Tyson Bradley had a bead on that one. He was just unable to grab it out of the air. We saw that happen earlier on a little swing pass, little screen type pass. It ended up being a fumble as Lindley nearly picked it off. 2nd and 4. Oates stays in as the back. Wilson, quick throw, gets past the defender who was right there and goes for 10, 12, 13, 15 yards. Stembridge. For 40 yards. 212 yards now for Wilson on the evening. Here's the give to Cutler. Cutler bouncing it outside. Green Canyon's really done a good job of, when they're in the middle, bouncing things to the outside And then Skyview's having trouble getting out of there and getting to the outside to slow him down. Skyview showed good side-to-side, sideline-to-sideline speed this year. The Green Canyon's bumping things to the edge, and they've been the faster team to the edges tonight. Give it to Oates. Oates loses the football. It comes right back to him. Loss of a yard, but a big sigh of relief for Oates, as that one squirted out of his hands and then bounced right back to him, and he fell on it. It'll be 3rd down and 7. 2 of 5 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter in a 29-26 ball game. Skyview leading Green Canyon. Wilson gets rid of it in a hurry. Egan's got it. Egan's got the 1st down and wrestled down at about the 17-yard line. Gain of 8. And a 1st down. Egan 78 yards and 2 touchdowns on 3 catches. And he has that kick return for a touchdown. He's had himself a ball game. Green Canyon, pretty good game plan, just quick little hitters, not letting that Skyview pass rush get home. They've gotten home 3 times anyway. Here comes extra rushers. Wilson makes the first one miss. Throws it downfield right at the 10-yard line. It's knocked away by Favero, who's been solid all year. Jace Favero, the senior, patrolling the defensive secondary. It's 2nd and 10, 3:21 to play in this 3rd quarter. Slight breeze, but other than that, weather not a factor at all in this one, which is always a plus in November in Cache Valley. 2nd and 10. Give it to Oates. Oates steps out of a tackle attempt in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Green Canyon's 3 of 6 on 3rd downs. And they're going to say he lost a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 11. For Green Canyon, you wonder, is it 4-down territory in here, or do they pick up, if they can't pick up the 1st down, do they go ahead and try to tie the ball game? We'll find out after this play. They may not have to worry about it. Wilson, lots of room off the edge. Pushes it forward on the little shovel pass to Oates. He wasn't quite ready for it, and it went through his hands and incomplete, and Oates had running room if he was able to come up with it. Now Skyview showing their defensive speed on that play, because it looked like Wilson had a lot of yardage around the left end, and all of a sudden there were 3 Bobcats there. And I don't care what you're doing or where you are, you never want to turn the corner and see 3 Bobcats, ever. Kick attempt of 34 yards from the right hash for Butterfield. Snap, hold, kick, tie ball game. (29-29) with 2:26 to play in the 3rd quarter from Smithfield. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. You know, on the list of things that people don't like to do, shopping for a car is high on it. But did you know that at Rich's Cars and Credit, you can really have actually a good experience shopping for a car. They can finance through your credit union right down there. Stress-free shopping is their mission. Almost 100 cars in their inventory. Loads and loads of selection. Rich's Cars and Credit, a Game of the Week sponsor. All knotted up at 29. Is this one returnable from the 1-yard line? Green Canyon sends it down, and Skyview will start at the 20 in a new ball game. Green Canyon jumped out to a 12-0 lead. Skyview caught up, went ahead 22-12. Green Canyon has outscored them 17-7 since then. That field goal. Seventh of the year for Green Canyon. So we'll see what Thatcher and the offense can dial up. Phillips swings out. Looking downfield, Thatcher's got no one. Looking for Williams, he throws the pick! Over the head of Williams, and making the sliding grab is Dewey Egan. Egan's having a huge game. 3 touchdown receptions. A kickoff return for a touchdown, and now an interception. I'm hoping he'll bring me a hot dog and some popcorn in the fourth quarter. It's about the only thing he hasn't done. So now we're even on the turnover battle. Thatcher throwing the interception. Green Canyon earlier in the game with the fumble. And with 2:12 to play in the third, Green Canyon's at the Skyview 49. 29 all. Here comes the rush. Stepping up and throwing it incomplete is Wilson. Oh, no. The back judge throwing a flag. If he's throwing a flag, there's no reason in the world to throw that flag. The receiver, the ball hits him in the hands. 2 guys are there and they hit him. That's a terrible call. Personal foul. Oh. Look, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not cheering for either team. I'm cheering for a good game. That's a terrible call. They called it earlier against Green Canyon, so I guess they're consistent. It's the same type of thing. Fake the pitch, and Wilson's going to keep it. And he's pushed back. Loss of a yard, his helmet comes off again. Now somebody thrown down for Skyview. Wilson's slow to get up. Things are getting interesting. As if they weren't already interesting here in Smithfield. Last time they called it offsetting. What do we have now? After the play, personal foul, Green Canyon. So the Skyview gets back to 50 yards off the penalty that didn't seem like a great call. The targeting, but that makes it all even Stevens, right? 7 penalties on Skyview tonight. Green Canyon, that was their 3rd. Green Canyon's done a good job every phase of this game tonight. Offensively, defensively, special teams. Skyview hasn't done a bad job. That's really about the only place they've done I'd say a bad job is too many penalties. They've given up 220 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns. But they have only given up 94 yards since the first quarter through the air. 126 yards through the air by Green Canyon in the first quarter. Since then, 96 total yards through the air. Oates, 2 hands on the ball, turns the corner on 2nd and long, and picks up 7. Skyview finding themselves in unfamiliar territory. They haven't been in a game like this. Well, they had the game like this against Bear River and against Ridgeline, when late in the second half, it was anybody's ball game. And tonight, here they are, anybody's ball game again against Green Canyon, who find themselves in a 3rd and 18. Wilson has some running room. He's near the first down marker. He stumbles, or he may have gotten it easily. He needed 18. He picks up 16. Everybody for Skyview, if they're in man coverage, they got their backs turned. Wilson wasn't even going to throw that. He just took off. The whole middle of the field was wide open for him. He made one man miss and then picked up 16 yards. 25 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 4th down. 3 of 8 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. Now they've got 4th and 2. Skyview may have jumped off sides. What did we just talk about a minute ago? Nope, they're going to say procedure on Green Canyon. And it's going to be on Green Canyon. So Skyview's defensive end came upfield. But the officials say somebody twitched to bring him off sides. I didn't see who it was, but somebody down there did. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th quarter. 12 more minutes in somebody's season, and another team will move on to the semifinals at Rice-Eccles Stadium. 29-all at Skyview. Hey, if you're wondering what's the right time to do, well, pretty much anything in your garden or yard, Mark Anderson at Anderson Seed and Garden knows the perfect time. Visit their website, andersonseedandgarden.com. Tons of videos and pictures and helpful tips are there to help you out. You can order all your gardening supplies and tools there as well. I know we're just going into wintertime, but it's never too early to start thinking about next spring. It's in the Historical District on Center Street. Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, we picked a good time to bring you the game of the year so far. That Skyview Bear River game was a heck of a ball game that we did. So was Box Elder and Mountain Crest, but this one with everything that hangs in the balance. Both of these teams playing for their playoff lives. 4th and 7. Here comes everybody. Wilson unloads. Catch through the hands of Egan. It looked like he was going to catch it and come down with it. And Williams was there to break it up. And Wilson is once again down on the turf. Flags coming as there are a lot of Green Canyon players coming off onto the field. But I think what Green Canyon was doing is that was their punting unit and everything coming out, or their defense starting to come out. The official throwing a flag, like maybe a sideline warning, or that people were coming out. I don't know. But Peyton Wilson is down. He's been down and slow to get up multiple times tonight. His helmet has been knocked off his noggin more than once. I don't know if he's dealing with anything else that maybe every time he hits the turf is exacerbated. But I mean, this time of year, and especially in cold, you hurt everywhere. And they get Wilson up. And Coach Tau Ili goes over to the sideline, or goes over to Wilson, and the coach is helping him out. And he was really animated about something. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Green Canyon. So I think, you know, it looked to me like the Green Canyon defense was coming out onto the field as their defense or their offense was going off, and it looked like what the official was maybe doing was like a sideline warning, people coming off the sideline, but somebody must have said something for Green Canyon to get that penalty, and it's a 15-yarder. Now Green Canyon catching up to Skyview. 5 penalties for Green Canyon. Still haven't caught the Bobcats there yet, though. Here's the quick hitter to Williams. Williams being pursued, leaps forward into Green Canyon territory. Picks up 6.
Tackled by number 11, Carter Stinbridge.
6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown for Williams. Guthrie, 5 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Zamel, Egbert, and Ballard have caught passes as well. Williams in motion. Turn and hand it to Phillips. Phillips looking for an opening, has one. Bounces off a tackler and picks up 8 yards. Have to look down there and count that. That's a first down. We played just over a minute of this fourth quarter. We're tied at 29. Hand to Phillips again. He's got a lead blocker on the pull. Turn the corner, picks up yardage down near the 30-yard line. That's going to be another first down. And this is the part of the game when Skyview's offensive line really starts to pay dividends. They've been leaning on these guys the whole game. Blitz coming for Green Canyon. They hand it off again. Phillips inside the 25, a pickup of 6. 75 yards on 14 carries. Now, you're wondering about Brevin Egbert. You just tuned in. He got dinged. He may have come into this game a little dinged. Played a few plays and then has taken the rest of the night off. Again with a lead blocker. Phillips inside the 15. 10 yards again for Phillips. 4 straight carries for Phillips. 8 yards, 10 yards, 6 yards, 10 yards. He's up to 85 yards on 15 carries. Give it to him again, and now they blow the whistle dead. Somebody moving early, somebody not set. Yeah, they're going to call it on Skyview. Somebody's not set. They didn't like the call. 8 penalties now on the Bobcats.
Ball started
75 yards worth.
Remains first down.
But back to Egbert. He headed to the sideline early in this ball game. He was on the stationary bike for a while with a little brace on his left knee, and he kind of was walking a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up, but he has not returned to the game. The state's leading rusher for yardage-wise and leading the state in touchdowns, rushing touchdowns with 29. Came into this game with 1,911 yards. He's got 1,915 after picking up 4 yards on 3 carries tonight. Fake it to Phillips. Thatcher has to get rid of it. Guthrie wide of him and out of bounds. 2nd and 15. So Skyview had that thing rolling. 4 straight runs. Picking up 34 yards. And then the penalty. And the penalties have been their bugaboo tonight. 8 of them. 9:13 to play in the ball game. We're all tied at 29. Handed to Phillips. They keep working on that left side of the defense, right side of the offense. He gets down to the 14-yard line. Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 9. Skyview only 1 of 5 on third downs tonight. They're 2 of 2 on fourth down. They punted their first 2 possessions of the game. They went 3 and out. Thatcher on third and long. 3-man rush, ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Fourth down, tie game. I would imagine we'd see the field goal team, and that's what it's going to be.
We can have your attention. There is a white SUV blocking the fire lane. It needs to be moved immediately.
31-yard attempt for DeQuadros from this right hash. DeQuadros for the lead. It's up, and it's good. 32-29 with 8:19 to play in the ball game. Skyview back out on top. Well, we talked earlier in the ballgame about Wendy's and their new rewards. Well, yeah, you know they do delivery as well. Whether you're hungry for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, there's more than one way to get Wendy's delivered. Start your delivery order straight from their app, so download their app, then or you can head to any one of their official third-party partners like DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, and Uber Eats. You can get your Wendy's favorites from your favorite delivery app anytime you want. Great food right to your front door. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. Boy, what a ball game we've had here tonight. 32-29, back and forth. Defensive plays, special teams plays. We've had special teams touchdowns, offensive touchdowns. We have not had a defensive touchdown yet. That's one of the few things we're missing from this game tonight. We've still got 8 minutes and 19 seconds. Timpanogos coming back against Park City, 21-17. Again, the winner of that game plays the winner of this one. That ball went out of bounds. Now, the player that went to field it, he's already going out of bounds, and now they throw the flag. He jumped and caught it, but it looked like he was out of bounds when he jumped. Ridgeline 45-6 over Payson. They're going to move on. Looks like they're going to face Crimson Cliffs, who's leading Desert Hills 34-9. So in the battle of the sheer drop-offs, Crimson Cliffs is taking it to Desert Hills. So because it goes out of bounds, it goes up to the 35-yard line. That's where Green Canyon will take over, trailing by a field goal. A much more pleasant evening tonight than last week as we stood atop the booth in Millville at Ridgeline, and 34 degrees is what my weather bug said by the time we got to the end of that game, with a slight breeze to help make it feel like, 6. There's a little give going nowhere. Skyview stays home as Green Canyon reaching into the bag of tricks, trying to catch him off guard, and Thane loses a yard. We knew all about the Green Canyon defense, but their offense tonight has been a revelation. And they have a special teams touchdown. 29 points on the board by a team that averages 23 and a drop. Egan drops it. Egan hasn't done much wrong tonight.
We've received a lost debit
He's
card.
dropped his last 2 passes that came to him.
If you lost your debit card, please
And one was on 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, and he had a defender right on top of him trying to rip it away anyway. But only a couple of miscues in what has otherwise been an immaculate game from Dewey Egan. Third down. 3 of 8 on 3rd down for Green Canyon. It's 3rd of 11. You got to watch Wilson's feet. There he goes. They get everybody running deep downfield and get the defense following with him, and then he pulls it down and takes off. They're blitzing coming after him. They just make a big pile, and he picks up 16, 21, 24 yards on 3rd and 11. 33 yards on 6 carries for Wilson. He's been sacked 3 times. They have not been able to sack him here in this second half. They're just not keeping him inside. And you wonder if that's something that they may talk, you talk to your rushers about it. It's 2 yards there for Oates about lane integrity as you're rushing, right? Coming upfield, try to stay in your lanes, try to keep that running quarterback hemmed in instead of just lighting your hair on fire and everybody running into a big pile of puppies in the barnyard. And that's what's happening. Wilson's been able to pop outside and pick up big yardage on a couple of plays. Here he goes again. This time he's brought down from the backside. Pickup of 2. And remember the last time we saw Wilson, he was being helped off the turf and off the field. 3rd down and 6. Now Wilson's gashed him a couple of times on 3rd and long with his feet. Let's see what Skyview does defensively. They've got everybody up in the gaps again. Now they back them out. Oates takes the handoff as Green Canyon tries to mix them up. It's a 2-yard gain. Oates 42 yards on 13 carries. It's going to be 4th down and 3, a long 3. 5:20 to play in the ball game. Both teams still with 3 timeouts. Skyview hanging on to a 3-point lead. They've led by as many as 10. Green Canyon has led by as many as a dozen. Stembridge hustles the play in. That was a quick play call. He stuck his head in there. And they're on their feet in Smithfield. And the play is blown dead before it starts. Timeout, Green Canyon. So they'll take their first timeout. They're 4 for 10 on 3rd down. They've converted a couple of 4th downs. They trail 32-29. This ball game might come down to who has the ball last. Skyview looking for that big play defensively. They made one on the last possession by Green Canyon, as Green Canyon had driven down here and had to go for it on 4th down. They flushed Wilson out of the pocket, collapsed in on him and made him throw an errant ball that wasn't caught. They came up with a fumble in the first half. Can they make a play here? Or will Green Canyon reach into that bag and pull out another explosive? Wilson fakes the give, turns his back to the line and takes off. First down, inside the 30, down near the 25, he's to the 26. 10 yards on 4th down. And again, they're just running off the edges, and there's nobody there for contain. I'm watching ball, so I can't see what's happening, if they're blocking down on those defensive ends or if they're cutting them or something, or if those guys are just taking a bad angle and getting caught up in the wash. But it seems like they're funneling everybody in the middle, and then Wilson just takes it outside, and there's nobody home because they're running the receivers off deep. Give it to Oates. Oates into the secondary, still on his feet, down to the 5-yard line. 21 yards. They're going to spot him at the 6. 63 yards on 14 carries, and the clock runs. 3:50 to play. 1st and goal, Green Canyon. They trail by 3. Skyview's defense has rarely been called upon to win a football game this season. Their offense has just been that high-powered. Will they step up to it tonight? Give it inside to Oates. Oates into a pile. Picks up 3. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Save some time, coach. Cool, timeout.
Clock approaching 3 minutes to play in the ball game. And it'll be interesting to see how long before Coach Howell starts using his timeouts, because Green Canyon's just taking their sweet time. Farron finally coming in with the play, but Green Canyon will have to take a timeout. They waited too long to send him in. 2:51 to play in the ball game. Green Canyon 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line, looking to take out number 1. Skyview 10-0, steamrolling people. 2 close games all season, and they were able to come away with wins on both of those. A little bit fortunate in both of those, but you know what? Luck plays a part, and good teams make their own luck. Can Skyview come up with a big play defensively? Or can Green Canyon finish this off and take the lead with little time left on the clock? Second and goal from the 3. Oates behind Wilson. Give it to Oates. Looking for the end zone, pushing forward. He looked like he was going to be pushed back, and he ends up leaning forward to the 1. 3rd and goal. And the clock continues to run, and Skyview lets it run. You wondered if maybe they'd take a timeout, but they're going to save their timeouts for the offensive side. 3rd and goal from just inside the 2-yard line. See if they go to Oates or if they fake something inside and try to get Wilson to the edge. It's going to be Wilson. Stop short. He reaches the ball out, but he was already down. He reached the ball out, and he was in the end zone, but he was already down before he reached the ball out. 4th down, and Skyview now I think is going to take a timeout. Let's see. The officials stopped the clock with 1:58. 4th down. He was down at the 1, so no gain. 4th and the season for Green Canyon. Are they going to kick a field goal to try to tie? Or are they going to go for the win on the road? Clock running. 4th and goal from the 1. Wilson under center. Keeps it. Big push. Touchdown! Wilson from 1 yard out gives Green Canyon the lead with 1:22 to play in the ball game. The junior, it seems only fitting because the junior's used his feet to get out of so many sticky situations on this drive alone. And he gets it into the end zone. Big PAT coming. Kick is up. Kick is good. Skyview needs a touchdown when we come back. 1:22 to go, 36-32, Green Canyon. Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology is the man to see if you're having trouble with your hearing. Today's hearing aid technology can improve not only your life, but the lives of those who care about you. Hear the reason for their laughter and understand conversations again as Dr. Daines customizes a hearing improvement program to meet your needs. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, a Game of the Week sponsor. Green Canyon takes the lead with 1:22 to play in this ball game. Trying to hurry and do some stats right here. 146 yards rushing for Green Canyon. 220 through the air. 366 total yards for Green Canyon. For Skyview, 101 rushing yards so far, 184 through the air. So that makes 285. The Skyview offensively has one more shot. This kick's returnable. Taken at the 7-yard line. Taken out to about the 22 by Vickers. So Skyview is 78 yards away from winning this ball game. 75 seconds to work with, 3 timeouts. Against the #1 scoring defense in 4A. See what senior Carson Thatcher can do with it, and they're missing 4A's top rusher, Brevin Egbert. 3-man rush. Thatcher looks at his check down. Now gets rid of it, coming back across is Williams. First man misses. Williams heading for the sideline. He's hauled down before he can get out of bounds. 1:02 on the clock. Does he get the first down? Let's see where they... Yes. He does get the first down. 77 yards on 7 catches for Williams. And it looked like he stayed in bounds, but they did not start the clock, so he must have got out of bounds. He raced to the sidelines. 1st and 10 at the 32. They throw the little swing to Phillips. Phillips puts his head down. He gets out of bounds, but he gains not much. About 2. 56 seconds. And eventually, you're going to have to take a shot downfield. Skyview really hasn't done that tonight. Their longest pass play is 26 yards to Guthrie. 3-man rush, 7 drop. Thatcher across the middle. Picked off! Picked off by Green Canyon. Stembridge reaches up because Williams was open behind him, and Stembridge is going to send number 1 home. Carter Stembridge is 6'3". He used every inch of it to jump up there and pull that one out of the sky. 3 timeouts remaining for Skyview. So I don't know that Green Canyon can just kneel on it, because Skyview does have 3 timeouts left. And Green Canyon has to take their last timeout. Oh my goodness. I do not have the records at hand. I'm trying to think of the last time Green Canyon beat Skyview, and in a game of this magnitude. Skyview undefeated. What are they doing? The official blew the whistle just as the ball was snapped, and Green Canyon turns around, looks at him, and he said, yeah, go. And they lose yards. Not real thrilled if I'm Green Canyon. Green Canyon lost to Skyview last year. That was a 3-0 ball game. I mean, they're stunned here in Smithfield. And well, they should be. Skyview averaging 41 points a game. Scores 32 tonight so far. Green Canyon averaging 23. They've scored 36. Give it to Oates. They're trying to rip that ball away. No gain. It's going to be 3rd down, and Skyview will take another timeout. I'm going back through all of the games these two teams have played against each other. To see, off the top of my head, I'm not sure if Green Canyon's beat Skyview. They have not. This would be the first win for Green Canyon over Skyview. And to come in here on Skyview's home field, it's not over. There's still 35 seconds left. And Skyview has one more timeout. It's 3rd down. Oates picks up 5. Skyview takes their last timeout. Green Canyon making plays when they needed to. Jumped out to a 2-score lead. Skyview came back, went ahead by 10. Looked like maybe they were going to just do what Skyview does, and that's bury teams. But playing most of this game without Brevin Egbert, 1,900 yards rushing, 29 touchdowns. And he's dinged up. He's standing on the sideline in his uniform. That brace isn't on his left knee anymore, but he has not played since the first quarter. And Phillips did a great job in relief, Dean Phillips. But it's hard to replace somebody like Egbert. 4th down. Skyview can't jump off sides. It looks like the DN might be lined up off sides. They do a little quick kick. This thing's rolling. They're gonna let it roll. The clock keeps running, and they touch it at the 1.
Wilson's punt stops at the 1-yard line. Skyview will take
36-32. Green Canyon leading Skyview. Skyview needs a touchdown. There's 20 seconds left. They're 99 yards away going against the top scoring defense in 4A. I know I've said it plenty tonight. It's worth repeating, because that is what stands between the semifinals and Skyview. The winner of Park City and Timpanogos awaits the winner of this one. That's a 28-24 game. Park City winning that one. Pass hits the intended receiver right in the chest, Carver Ballard, and he drops it. It hasn't been a terrible night for Skyview. They haven't been bad. They just haven't been what we've been used to seeing. 16 seconds to play in regulation. Second down. Thatcher throws it to Williams, steps out of bounds. Out at the 14, 11 seconds.
That's enough for a Skyview.
Give Skyview a little bit of room to work with. Problem is they don't have time to work with. There's 3 rushers for Green Canyon. 5 defenders in a picket fence on the 30-yard line. 3 behind them out near the 45. It'd just have to be the blown coverage of all blown coverages to get somebody open. Oh, and guess what? They were going to run the hook and ladder, and it was set up perfectly, but Carver Ballard dropped it. They had Williams coming across. They had a receiver in Samel out there as a blocker, and everybody for Green Canyon was heading toward the far sideline, toward the middle of the field, and pitching it coming back this way to Williams. Oh, goodness. That's football, though. It's a big game of what if. See if they try it again. 8 seconds. They are going to try it again. This time the defense is ready for it. And it's taken away. Green Canyon does it. They upset number 1 and beat Skyview for the first time in their school history in a shocker. 36-32. The Wolves will advance on to the semis at Rice-Eccles next week. We hope you enjoy the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel and an instant classic here in Smithfield. We're happy to be with you all year long. We'll see you for basketball in a few weeks. We'll talk to you next time on the Valley Channel. Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.